Hi everyone, hope you all are doing really well and preparing well in this pandemic. And some people have got a chance to work on their skill, where on the other side, some people have lost their job. So it's really tough for them. There are many challenges of financial challenges, and there are many things you cannot even go out and search for a job. So I know the situations are a little tough. I can't even imagine because I'm not into that phase as of now. So I don't want, I really can't imagine the pain of them. But yeah, I just only you know uh, suggest people that have some patience, don't give up, just try your best. You will get it. And this is a time, this is a I know this is a tough time, and we have to get through this. And just only thing is, there's a two key only which will help you out in this, is just believe in yourself, have faith, and just work on yourself. Just wherever there's a loopholes on your skills, just work on those and try to try as maximum as you can. So only thing is, just don't give up, guys. I know this is a tough situation, don't feel bad, everyone is facing some or other losses. So yeah, so only thing is, you need to you have to come out of it and just deal with it. Just believe in yourself. You can get it. Okay, so this is like most commonly, let's move on. This is the most commonly asked topic, which is agile, right? We all are working on agile, and every organizations are working on agile. One second. So yeah, so this is top agile scrum interview questions, which is on 2020. Like we face this every now and then, because every organizations are working on agile. So agile and the scrum based methodologies. So, and this is very important to know about it, because everyone is working, like all organizations are working on agile, and everyone know, like they are working, so they know about agile. So their entire day-to-day life, like work life, is based on agile. So this is very important topic. Being a tester, you should know about it. Like every this is very detailed thing which you need to know about it, and there are questions which is based on that. So my friend has given an interview on, I guess, Morgan and Stanley. So there were some questions based on agile has been asked. So I've covered those questions as well. So this is like a bit lengthy, but yeah, it's give you something out of it. And I just request you to listen all those a complete video, because there are definitions which I have put in here, but there are definitions which I might tell you in the interview, so you have to listen to me. So yeah, let's move on to the slide. Okay, so what is agile? Discuss some pros of agile over other development models. So we are not. The question will be, what is agile? Give me some advantage of agile. So okay, so agile is a methodology that is this is a very uh, okay, this is a methodology. This is a very good thing which we need to know, that it's a methodology. Okay, so it's always works on incremental model or the iterative model. Okay, so before starting, I just tell you that a little thing which I know about agile. So when a new changes is need to be implemented, so agile will give you the freedom to bring those changes in, is very important, right? Because what happens is, when you worked on a project and you cannot accept the changes, and the end product will be something else which is user doesn't ask for. So this is a complete loss for an organization. So this is like, if people if users want little changes in between, we can do that in agile, and that will save the cost, right? That will save the cost, and everyone is working for the money right here. So like, as much as we can save the cost, because see, if we are building some else product, it will not be profitable for us as well as for the user. So that's why we need to it should be win-win situation for both of us, either for the client and for the organization. So uh, what I can say is, when a new changes are need to be implemented, the agile will give you the freedom to bring in those changes. New changes can be implemented in a very little okay, because what I can say is, uh, okay, So those because the cost is less, right, to do the changes, so it will be a little faster compared to other methodologies. Okay, now we will be moving on to this incremental model. Software is developed in incremental and rapid cycles. The result in small incremental releases, which each release building on previous functionality. Each release is thoroughly tested to ensure the software quality is maintained. So in this, we will be ensuring that we'll be having those quality, those software quality which a client is looking out for. So agile will give you that advantage over other methodologies, and this is very good things, like what other models does not give. So you can go through the difference between waterfall and agile, which I do have it in another video. I'll just paste out the link of that, which give you a detailed description about the uh, uh, differentiation between other models. So the advantages of agile model. So and the one okay, so advantage, it separates the project development life cycles into sprints. So this is very important point for the agile, that we like the project development cycle is divided into sprints. So customer satisfaction by rapid and continuously deliver of useful software. So in that way, in every sprint we'll be delivering the some piece of software, so in that we'll be having the feedback from the customer if they are satisfied or not. So people and interactions are emphasized rather than process and tools. So we'll be focusing on people and the interactions. So customer, developer and tester constantly interacting with each other, so that they'll be working together. So they have a good interactions. Okay, so they will be working on the product, right, instead of they'll be following the complete process and the stick to the tools. Working software is delivered frequently, weeks rather than months. So instead of delivering it in months, we are delivering it in 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks, right? Face-to-face conversation is the best form of communication. So the communication is the best practice we'll be following in agile model. So we will be communicating everything. The transparency is there. Close daily cooperation between business people and developers, because we do have a scrum calls, right? Continuous attention to technical excellence and good design. So because we will be having, we can see the loophole, because it's a 2 weeks, right? Regular adaptations to changing circumstances. So we have that mindset only, that we, if the changes comes in, we have to adapt those. Okay, even late changes in requirement are welcome. So yeah, that is the last one is very important. The agile team members are interchangeable. As a result, they work faster. There is also no need for a project manager, because projects are managed by the entire team. So it's like every team member is important. So it's like it's an organizational benefit of an agile, as well as an individual, as a team member, my work has a clear visibility. So that also gives the advantage of agile, because as a person, as an individual, I'll also want my work to be visible. So agile will give you that. Okay, so this is a very important question which everyone has a confusion about. So the difference between Scrum and Kanban board. So like every organization follows the different process, and maybe they will be following both the process. So it's like not about the organization. Organizations have multiple teams. So some people follow Scrum, some may follow Kanban. So it depends, right? So maybe these two are the practices, right? So maybe the practices are differ, but the principles are largely the same, right? Both frameworks will help you to build up better products. So these two are the frameworks, right? And yeah, that's a Kanban and Scrum are the framework that helps team adhere to agile principle and get stuff done. That is what our thing is. Okay, so what is Kanban, what is Scrum? So there is a huge difference between, there's a little difference between both of them. So is an agile project management tool designed to help and visualize work, limit in work in progress, and maximize efficiency. Kanban board are like many people have seen that there's a board which can be used for the Kanban. There's columns and continuous improvement to help technologies and service teams. There you can have the column where you can put the you can there's a board where you can stick, right, stick a paper or sticky notes, and then you can put this is your work related development and the improvement what you are doing it. So service teams commit to the right amount of work and get it done. So there, if you read that, it give you a little brief about what people are doing what, and what is the state of your work. So that is what is in the Kanban board. Scrum teams commit to ship working software through a set of intervals called sprints. So in the scrums we make comes under sprints. Their goal is to create learning loops to quickly gather and integrate customer feedback. Scrum teams adapt as specific rules, create special artifacts, and hold regular ceremonies to keep things moving forward. So in the scrums, there are principles what we follow. So what we did it yesterday, what we gonna do it today, and what we gonna do it tomorrow. So those things we're gonna discuss with everyone. We have everyone in the team so that we have a transparency of the work what we are doing it. And in the before only we'll be committing that this is the work we'll be doing it. So everyone is following, moving towards that work. So this is called scrum, where we have a sprint. So and there is a set intervals which we there are 2 weeks of a sprint which we have defined, and every there is a sprint, and every set of user stories has been changed according to the sprints. Okay, so this I think this I found it, and I think this is really good, which needs to which is really good to explain, which is Scrum and Kanban board. Kanban difference, not Kanban board difference, yeah. So the cadence, right, how much time it will take. So Scrum is a regular, it's a length of sprints, right? We have a regular intervals of 2 weeks, where Kanban is a continuous flow. Release methodology, at the end of each sprint will be delivered, and in the Kanban we can like the moment the software is completed, we can the piece of code is completed, we will be delivering that. So roles: product owner, scrum master, development team. So in Kanban there is no specific rules, and depends on the organization. It's just depend on the organization if we do have a rules or not, because we do sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't have it. So yeah, key metrics is like velocity, Kanban lead time, cycle time, and WP, work in progress. Okay, change philosophy: team should not make changes during the sprint, and Kanban changes can happen at any time. So yeah, that has happened, but in the agile we can accept any time there can be any changes, but we'll be waiting for the sprint that to complete, and then only we can show it to them. Because what happens is, in the scrum every release will be showing the products, right? Like every 2 weeks we will continuous building the product and show it to the customer. But whereas in the Kanban, the moment you have completed the your piece of code, you can show it, and then you can accept the changes. There is no time interval, right? Here we have a time interval, we have to deliver, like there's a delivery time interval, so then only customer will give you the feedback, right? So that's how the scrum works. I think I made it clear. Okay. So okay, this is very important questions which has been asked in an interview, and this is very important question, guys, which you need because the answer is not here. So I'm just gonna explain the situation which I face, and what I face, which will be the best possible solution for this. Okay, if the bug is encountered by the client and missed by the QA, how will you handle the situation? See, what happens is, this condition should not be I'll not suggest that this should be happen, but sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes we may miss out the basic functionality or some of the functionality, or maybe client encounter. So there are different situations for all those things. So there are multiple situations. So you can say that, okay, you can answer, sir, I have not faced such situation as of now because I have done my job well, but yes, if I face this situation anytime, but I'll try not to be in that situation. But by mistake, or maybe because of my some personal issues, I may did it. So I try not to do it, but if sometimes it happens because of any other reason, so how I will handle. So I'll firstly go and convey to my team lead or my senior manager that this is what happened, and my test manager or anyone, I'll just convey this is what happened, this was the reason, maybe I missed it because of that condition. Okay, so and this is the best way you can do that, because instead of going here and there and wasting time, and see if there is any changes are going in that particular release, or like if we can do it with any big changes, we can add those small changes, see those things, like if there is any changes is going on for the next build, I'll convince developer to do that. Okay, this is the first situation. Okay, you say that, right? I'll convince my developer to get the fix done, and I'll be available all the time, that to test it on the QA, and then we will deliver it on production. This is the first case. Okay, if developer is not ready to accept the bug as an issue, how will you justify the situation with a reason? Okay, and then this is a bug, right? You might test, okay, this is the bug, and maybe this situations always happen, and where developer, so, but luckily I do have a developer who accepts it and do it, because it's an organization, so you have to be little cautious about doing all those things. So yeah, so if developer is not ready, then you have to convince him, try convincing him. If it is not possible, speak to a manager. Your manager will speak to dev manager, and then things, you have to follow the process. At that time you will speak to a manager, you will accept your mistake, and then you have to you have to bear the consequences. If I did the mistake, I have to be a little honest about myself, that okay, to my organization, I don't want to the, like, if things will not if things will not fixed at this point of time, it may lead to the big failure to us. So I want, this is the reason, right? This is the reason you have to give to the interviewer, right? If I'm not being honest, I cannot make the stories and all, because it may lead a great failure then. So I'll just be honest. I'll just tell to my manager, this is what happened. I'll accept my mistake, and I'll try not to do it again. And if this thing happen, usually I'll try not to be in that situation. This is you have to be a little diplomatic in this case. So yeah, so you have to convey to a manager, and then ask to the dev manager, request a dev manager to do it, and see if there's a build, right? There's a build person, see that build person is available, help him throughout the set testing, that you'll be testing it out, sit with him and do it. So you have to be a little collaboration. There's a lot of collaboration you have to do it with developer, with the test manager, and with the dev manager. So try doing it and handle the situations. So things will happen, guys. The things will happen with everyone, right? It's just the way how you deal with it. So this is the main thing. Okay, so there's one more question: how to verify that the sufficient testing is performed on the build? So build verification test is a process, is a set of tests run on every new build, to verify that the build is testable before it is released to the test team for further testing. These test cases are the core functionality test cases that ensure the application is stable and can be tested thoroughly. So this is very important question, guys, which we need to know it, right? As a tester, we need to know it. So thank you, guys. Please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I hope this video will help you guys for your interview. And please don't forget to subscribe, because I hardly make videos, and I want you to get to know about the video as soon as I'll upload. So kindly subscribe my channel. Thank you.